But if they wanted to do, actually, if they want to be really cool, it could be like Star Wars Battlefront 2, where part of it is you're flying and the other part is like combat. So you're flying the gummy ship around helping fight X-Wings, and then you land in a bunker, and then you come out and you have like a lightsaber key. Oh, that's sick. That's sick as fuck. Hello everybody, it's me, OCD, and today we are going to be talking about possible Disney and Pixar worlds for future upcoming Kingdom Hearts games. I will be going in order from most likely to be a Kingdom Hearts world to least likely. There is an honorable mention, and I will mention that one first, and that is Soul. Soul just came out, and it's really good, and I can see it possibly being a Kingdom Hearts world later down the road. But as many of you know, it takes a long time. It takes years to develop these games, so I don't see that happening anytime soon. Alright, let's get on with the list. First, we have Land of the Dead, based off of the movie Coco. Coco did come out a few years ago, but it sold really well internationally, and it is a phenomenal movie. Now, I can see the Land of the Dead making an excellent addition to the Kingdom Hearts worlds that you can visit. It's visually stunning and beautiful. I can see Miguel and Hector joining your party. Sora, Donald, and Goofy can either turn into skeletons, or they can wear skeleton costumes to fit in like Miguel does in the Land of the Dead. And the story could be based off of nobodies taking over the Land of the Dead, because, as people know, Land of the Dead, you're no longer bodies, so no bodies. And then the boss could possibly be a giant nobody spirit guide looking creature, similar to that of the final boss in the Mulan world in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you visit for the second time. And of course, De La Cruz could be a mini boss as well. His greed could be what's drawing these nobodies to this world, his desire to be human again, but he's obviously evil. And then there could also be the mini games with the music and the guitar playing, and I'm getting so excited with this idea, and I can totally see it happening. The second world I think we could see in a future Kingdom Hearts game is something based off of Inside Out. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, Inside Out takes place in someone's head. Yes, this is true, but if you watch the movie, there is an expansive world there where you have different islands, like the Island of Imagination, you have Family Island, and think about it. It really makes sense. The unversed, which are based off of negative emotions, take over the mind of somebody. It could even be Sora for all we know. And it's up to Sora, Donald, Goofy, Joy, and Sadness to go to these corrupted islands from the unversed and turn them back to light. Bing Bong could be a summon that you can use, or a link, or whatever they want to call it in the future Kingdom Hearts games, where Sora sits in his scooter, his rocket scooter, and you fly around and attack Heartless that way. And the final boss could be that giant nightmare clown that is in the movie. Are you liking the video so far? Be sure to hit the thumbs up if you are. The next world I have for a possible future Kingdom Hearts world is Moana. So think about it this way. The Pirates of the Caribbean has overstayed its welcome in the Kingdom Hearts series. Yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 did the best iteration of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but I think it's time to change tides. See what I did there? There's a lot of water in the Caribbean world in Kingdom Hearts 3. That can transfer over to a Moana world for the future Kingdom Hearts games that are coming out, and it makes perfect sense. The whole plot of Moana is Maui takes the gem from Tafiti, I believe is her name, the island, and then darkness kind of consumes everything. It can be that story, except it's Heartless and darkness taking over. And the whole gameplay concept could be you sail to different parts of the island and fight Heartless on the way, and then there could even be a mini boss where those mini coconut people come up and you have to do like a raft ship battle, and Heartless could spawn up on the raft while you're exploring the waters. It's just endless possibilities. Maui would be in your party along with Moana. Maui could shapeshift, and maybe even the water could be a party member. That would be pretty funny. You know how Moana has the water helping her out? That would be really cool. Just endless possibilities. The boss would be Tafiti, and then once you defeat her, she would turn back to light, and then that would be the wrap for that story. The reason Nomura put the Caribbean in Kingdom Hearts 3 was to test the developers to see how far they could go to make the most realistic world as possible. He can do that again with his team for the Jungle Book. Now, I know you might be wondering, the Jungle Book's super old, but it hasn't been in a Kingdom Hearts game yet. Hackers found that pieces of the Jungle Book were in development for Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, but it was never finished. So the world has been thought of before, but they can now use it based off of the live-action Jungle Book movie that came out a few years ago. They don't even have to change Sora's design for the Jungle Book. Unlike the Pride Lands in Kingdom Hearts 2, there are humans in the Jungle Book. Mowgli is a human and would be in your party, so Sora could still be a human. Donald and Goofy might have to change to different animals, but that's fine. Sora could beat the mess out of Shere Khan as the final boss, like he's done before in the Tarzan world, where he beat up the cheetah. I cannot remember the cheetah's name for the life of me right now, though. But that's okay. Speaking of Tarzan, we haven't seen a jungle-like world in Kingdom Hearts since Kingdom Hearts 1. So I think this would be really good to bring that back in amazing next-gen graphics with, you know, the development team working to make it as realistic as possible. They could have rain, and it would just be really, really cool. Next, we have Zootopia. This would be one where Sora and the gang would have to form change into animals. Well, Donald and Goofy are already animals, but Sora would definitely have to turn into some sort of cutesy animal, which would be very marketable and very good for, you know, the sales part of Kingdom Hearts. Sora could help Judy Hopps and Nick, the fox, solve the crime on what's going on with people, air quote, going savage. But it's actually the manipulation of the Heartless, or even if they want to add a new type of enemy type to the game, this would be the world to do it. Zootopia is amazing. They have so many different places and locations. You have, you know, the tundra, you have the, you know, rainforest district, you have all these different areas that they could really use, and I'm just getting so excited thinking about it right now. Princess and the Frog would be a fun world to do as well. We haven't really gotten a person of color in the Kingdom Hearts franchise yet, so this would be a good way to do that with, you know, the first African American princess. So the Bayou would be a great world to travel to. Now, unfortunately, you know, Princess Tiana would probably be a frog during the gameplay section of it, but at the end, they could do something where she transforms back. It would be cool seeing Princess Tiana in a 3D setting. Actually, let me take that back, because in Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet, she is in it in a 3D model. So it's already been done, so hey, I'm not even coming up with anything new here. Taking place of Big Hero 6 world would be The Incredibles, where you would pretty much have a full roster of people in your party, or they would break it up like they did in Big Hero 6, and it's really just 1 or 2 people, like Mr. Incredible or Mr. Left. Actually, it would be cool if they made the world super huge, and at certain points of the giant map of the giant city, you actually have to switch which party members you're with because it's so massive. So like one part you're with Dash, the next part you're with Violet, then Mr. Incredible, then Mrs. Incredible, or, you know, different parts of the level you have to use different people. So like in the Tangled world, you had to use Rapunzel's hair to swing across gaps. You would have to use Elastigirl to do that. Yeah, the possibilities are actually endless, and I think I'm about to throw up. The villain would be, it has to be Syndrome. He is top villain of all time. Like even if you compare it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Syndrome is a fantastic villain. He's funny. He has an actual like logical plot. So yeah, it's just a great backstory. No, the Incredibles, the first one, would be awesome. And if they didn't do the first one, I guess Underminer. But that's not as exciting. Or they could do their own original villain and have fun with it. That could work too. But yeah, Incredibles would be incredible. Although I was not a fan of the movie Onward, I think elements from that world could be used in a Kingdom Hearts game. The story would probably have to be a little bit different because, you know, the elements of the story. So they could actually do like a follow-up from that movie However, the reason why I'm thinking this in the first place is the very end, spoilers for Onward, the very end of Onward, they're fighting, I don't even remember the names in the movie, but they're fighting the dragon school thing, the school turned into a dragon, and it's Ian, right? Yeah, Ian has the staff, and he's standing in the air using magic to fight the dragon. And I was just like, okay, I could see that being a Kingdom Hearts boss, where Sora is standing in the air and running around trying to fight this thing. So that's all I really see for that, and I have nothing more to add to that. Alright, so now we're moving into the really unlikely stuff, but I still think it's worth theorizing and speculating. Disney is just owning Marvel and Star Wars. Although they're not doing well owning Star Wars, they own it, and they're pushing out content on Disney Plus. So I think a good selling point would be to having a world of Marvel characters and a world of Star Wars characters. For the Star Wars, all you have to do is have the gummy ship fly up, and then boom, you're there. You can even have the Star Wars stuff be a gummy ship like world, so to speak. I wouldn't really like that. I think it'd be cool to sort of have a lightsaber keyblade, but if they wanted to do, actually, if they want to be really cool, it could be like Star Wars Battlefront 2, where part of it is you're flying and the other part is like combat. So you're flying the gummy ship around helping fight X-Wings, and then you land in a bunker, and then you come out and you have like a lightsaber key. Oh, that's sick. That's sick as fuck. It would I don't know if that would ever happen, but that would be so freaking cool. Could you imagine fighting Darth Vader with a lightsaber keyblade? Oh! And as far as the Marvel world, you could do anything, honestly. Iron Man would definitely be in it. Iron Man or Spider-Man, those are the two ones that are going to be the biggest money movers. But, anything with that. Those aren't likely because they're very high licensed IP. But, I mean, Disney owns it. Anything's possible. My Star Wars idea, I'm not even a huge Star Wars guy, but that just blew my fucking mind. I blew my own mind. That's going to wrap up the video, guys. What did you think? Let me know in the comments below. I got super excited about this, so I do apologize for all the ums and stuttering. I, just got off of a night... I just got off a night shift, and this idea popped into my head. I know some of the things I said are not new at all, but I think a lot of what I said was very interesting and creative. So just let me know in the comments what you think. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already, and please consider hitting that subscribe button because I would really appreciate it. My goal is to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year, so we're starting off strong. I'm almost halfway there already. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. May your hearts be your guiding key. It's visually stunning and beautiful. Dior jumped down, so I gotta redo that. And it's up to Sora, Donald, Goofy, Hope, and... No, sorry, not Hope. Joy and Sadness to go to these... You could even have... Was it Bobo?
Marker.
Speaking of Pirates of the Caribbean, the reason why Sakurai put the Caribbean in Kingdom Hearts 3 was because he said, did I say Sakurai? Oh my gosh. They could help Judy Hopps and the Fox. Gosh, I'm so awful. I can't remember the name. Nick. Yes. A world with Marvel characters and a world of Star Wars.